Hi everyone, it's Mari from Doodles on Instagram, and today I have another journal with me on my Hobonichi Weeks video. It's, I'm still not all caught up with my journaling on my Hobonichi Weeks, but yeah, I was able to sit down and try to do at least one spread, um, and I decided to record it and, you know, try to get back into it again. I will just go ahead and already say that um, this is not gonna be one of my favorite spreads. I already know how it turned out as of the recording of this voiceover, and it's not one of my favorites. And I was debating whether or not to upload this video because I didn't really like how it turned out, but in the end, I stepped away from it and I took another look maybe like a few days after I did this spread, and it's kind of growing on me. So I decided, you know what, let's upload it anyways. It's not always gonna be perfect or the way I like it, but it's just part of the process, right? Right now I'm trying to focus on catching up with my journaling rather than having it be perfect or the way that I would like it to be. So that's the mindset for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. And here in the beginning, I'm actually showing you a little bit of how I store my ephemera and um, die cuts and things like that. So if you want a more in-depth video about that, just let me know and I'll try to record a video like that as well. But I ended up choosing a couple of stickers and die cuts, and I was just going over all of the things that I have. Um, all of those things on my ephemera folder and in my sticker folder that I was quickly flipping through over there are things that I mostly got from Happy Mails. And again, I'm doing a huge effort this year to really use the things that I receive in Happy Mails because I have a tendency to just try to hoard them. And I do want to keep them in a way that it's more, in a place that I would most likely look at it again, right? So that would be my journal. So that's what I'm trying to do. But other than that, I have a few things that I would like to talk about. One of them is that I did a poll both on my Instagram and on my YouTube asking you if you were in my situation, right? Like over a month behind in journaling, how would you tackle journaling if you're trying to um, be up to date with it? And then I think most of you, both in Instagram and on YouTube, um, most of you responded that the way that you would do it is you would actually start with the current week and work backwards. And that's something that I was thinking about just because, things might be fresh in my mind still that might inspire me to journal a little bit more. So, for example, last week or a couple of weeks ago, we actually bought the older Mario plus Rabbids game, and my husband has been playing it, and I have been watching slash helping, but it has been really fun. So that would probably be something that I would like to journal about. So that's a good suggestion, and I think next try I sit down to journal, I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. So I'm gonna give it a try with you guys' recommendation, and let's see how it goes, right? Hopefully you'll be able to stick with me throughout these experiments and trying to see the best way that I will find to hopefully catch up with my journal. And other than that, I would also like to say that I got a lot of feedback on my last Hobonichi Journal with Me video, and it was all very positive. Everyone saying, we shouldn't really feel bad because, in a sense, we are recording our memories in a way, whether that is on my long handwriting journal or on my monthly view. I am sort of recording my memories. It's just that I'm not able to actually put those into my weekly threads as I would like to, right? So I got a lot of positive feedback, and I think some of you also said that you also needed to hear that, that it's okay to be far behind in your journaling. So that was fun. That was a really good interaction with you guys, and I really appreciate that. And I think that's most of the reason why I decided to sit down and record this journal with me video. Uh, so hopefully we'll keep, inspiring each other to just journal a little bit every now and then. We don't have to be up to date necessarily, but maybe, we can keep encouraging each other, right? So that was a really fun thing. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I am gonna try to journal from the current week going backwards. I will try to maybe record two spreads at a time, or at least if I'm not recording, at least to journal two spreads at a time, just so I can slowly catch up, right? But what I feel is that perhaps these weekly spreads are not really working out for me anymore. And then I started thinking and, reflecting why that might be the case. And one of the possibilities is that, maybe I'm having too much redundancy with my journaling, right? So I have my longhand journal. I do record some things in the monthly pages. I record some things in the notes pages of my Hobonichi Weeks. I also have my daily to-do list on my planner. So maybe that's the reason why these weekly spreads are kind of low priority for me right now, because I am recording stuff in other places as well, right? So that's something for me to rethink. Maybe rethink how I look at my Hobonichi journal, right? Because the notes pages are actually working out pretty well, but I know that if I don't have a dated planner, so I could easily do that in a traveler's notebook. But I tried it before 2018. I was using a traveler's notebook, and the fact that I don't have a dated planner means that I will not journal. That's just, how things are with me. If I have a dated planner, I feel like I need to journal. Otherwise, I'm just, missing an opportunity there. And if I'm using an undated planner, then I think things like, is this worth sitting down to journal? And, sometimes it's a simple thing, but it's nice to journal about simple things as well. So the dated journals really worked well for me. So that's something that I would like to continue. So bottom line is, I don't see myself changing from a Hobonichi Weeks to an undated planner anytime soon, just because I feel like I need that extra motivation of a dated planner. But I might need to rethink a few of, the ways that I record things. But in the meantime, what I think might actually help me get a little bit more motivated to journal in this Hobonichi Weeks is maybe I need to reorganize my stationery. So every time I do that, I rediscover some things that I wasn't really using in the past that maybe it might be interesting, and maybe now I'm ready to actually try it out, right? So maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe just reorganize my stationery, maybe make my stationery more accessible, because even though you saw in the beginning that I have a big ephemera folder, which is actually quite well organized, I don't reach out to it as often. I don't know why, but it's not really far from my desk, my everyday desk, right? So I don't know why I haven't been reaching to it. So I've been thinking maybe I need to try You know, like people have those capsule wardrobes. Sometimes they also do like a capsule stationery for the month. So they will separate a few stickers, washes, die cuts, stamps and things like that that they will use mostly throughout that month. So that could be something fun. If you ever tried something like this, let me know how that worked for you. I'm not so sure if that would work for me, but I also never tried, right? And I'm not so sure because sometimes I look at something that it's like completely out of my pre-approved stationery list, for example, and I would think, this is what I want to use to journal. Um, but then if that is the case, that's great, right? But at least what my thinking is if I try to do a capsule stationery box, maybe that will help me, keep motivated to journal. I don't know, just an idea that I've been thinking that I might experience with. Um, but yeah, those were pretty much all of the things that I wanted to discuss throughout this video. Again, this is not my favorite spread, and I think the reason for that is that um, I think the blue pen, it's too thin and it doesn't really go well with the others. Um, so I don't know, something about that feels a little bit off to me, about that spread, but it's growing on me. I'm trying to keep it simple, just some decorations here and there. I'm not worrying about the right page at all, just because at this point I have nothing to write there. So I'm just trying to use things from my stash that would kind of fill in the space a little bit. Um, and that's pretty much it. I think, I'm just very grateful for everyone that has been commenting and giving me tips on how to not feel bad about being so far behind in journaling, and just keep me motivated. So yeah, I'm very grateful for all of those comments. So thank you all very much. And if anyone else needs to hear all of that as well, yeah, it's okay. We don't always need to be up to date with our planners and journals. So just we need to try to make this a little bit more fun. Not that I don't like journaling. It's actually, a really nice and relaxing time for me when I get to sit down and journal. Um, I just have not been prioritizing it. And I think that's what has been bothering me the most, that I haven't been prioritizing journaling um, as much as I would like to. So if you also need to hear that, it's okay. We don't always have the same priorities in life, and sometimes we'll fall off the wagon, and sometimes we'll get back. So yeah, that's it. If you're trying to catch up as well, please join me and let me know how many weeks you are behind, or how many days you are behind, and maybe we can, cheer each other on. So with that, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.